Hello and welcome. My name's Kathy A, and I've been so gosh darn busy getting the house pulled together for our party and just unpacking still and painting rooms. I haven't had enough time to upload, and I apologize for that. Today I thought I'd do something fun because about a month ago, Beauty News were talking about their really cool Australian team that they review products and they give you previews of products coming out. And one of their previews was a line of makeup that was going to be featured in a convenience store gas station known as 7-Eleven. Now that's a large chain of convenience stores. They carry all those grab and go kind of foods, lottery tickets. Usually you can get your gasoline there. They sell condoms and tobacco. And you can get fresh little salads and things, pre-made foods, gallon of milk, half gallon of milk, and you can grab candy bar or snack on the road. I sometimes get a little thing of grapes in there. But what was really cool is they have released their own makeup line. I think it's been out about a month, maybe a month and a half. It's called Simply Me Beauty. And it is a full range of face and eye products, and actually a couple of convenience items like nail polish remover cloths and blotting cloths for oily skin, and brushes. And they have an eyelash curler. They have a sponge that's kind of like the Beauty Blender, although it's not really very good. I actually did not get the Beauty Blender sponge because I had seen somebody else's review and they said it was very hard and very rubbery even after they dampened it. I tried a little of everything and I got a few colors. The range has a little bit of everything from concealer to a foundation type BB cream, a face powder, a set of different types of blushes and bronzers and highlighters. There are some lipsticks that come in a tube and lip crayons and lip glosses. There's two different types of false eyelashes. There's an eyeliner, a mascara, and it's really kind of neat. You know, I really enjoyed going through this line. The best part is that the price points range from $2.99 to $4.99, which I think in pounds would be maybe about 75p to £3 maybe, tops. So it's a really, really inexpensive, affordable line, and I think they got it right. They try to appeal to emergency makeup, like if maybe the airline took your mascara because they don't allow certain size tubes that are enclosed, or if you lost your lipstick somewhere in your luggage or something like that, you can run in there and grab a lipstick or grab a, something, or if you have blotting papers or nail polish emergency. I thought that it was a terrific idea. Now, 7-Eleven is famous for their Slurpees, which is a frozen concoction of sugary syrup in different flavors mixed with crushed ice. And it's very frosty tasting, and it's very popular here in the U.S. For those of you who aren't aware of it. So I've seen other people's reviews of this makeup line, and they're all drinking a blue Slurpee, it seems, with it. Slurpees are kind of very, very sweet. I don't actually like Slurpees, but I do go into 7-Eleven. I do get gasoline there once in a while, so it was a real treat to go through and see the Simply Me Beauty. Now, I did film in there a little bit, and I was asked to please stop filming, so I only got a few photos from that, and I'll show you that. Now what I did was I did a full face of makeup. I got a little bit of everything. You know, there's like 3 or 4 lip colors, there's 3 or 4 lip crayons, there's a few blushes, and they're kind of funky how they're paired together. Very, very odd colors. It's very orange and yellow. As far as the concealer goes, it's very, very orangey. The Beauty Balm, the BB cream, is extremely nice for this line. I think that that was my favorite product in this line, and you'll see me using it. I am wearing the full face of makeup now that I put on in the demonstration, so if you'd like to see how I got this face from square one, just moisturized out of the shower, stick with me and I will show you step by step how I got here. Be back in a moment. The shade range is, if you think of how it's going to be used, it's an emergency situation. You don't want to have a whole bunch of foundations that are going to go bad. Just 3 basic choices of BB cream that will kind of blend with your skin, make it look better. It's not going to be the perfect foundation. Light, medium, dark, very basic, and it's very forgiving when you put it on. The color, I bought the light, and it's very forgiving. It's very light to medium light, so fish belly white, as I call it. The setting powder is supposedly translucent, but it's actually, and you'll find this out with my demo, has a color to it. The blushes were very strange, very confusing. They put a bright pink with a bright orange, so obviously they put these blushes together in groupings that you use one or the other. You don't use them together. And they're trying to appeal to a very broad audience. So I think that that was why the blushes are so strange. They're extremely pigmented, so a little teeny bit goes a long way on them. So let me just start off now with the concealer. Now this is the light concealer. And I will just do a little swatch here. And you can see it's quite yellow. It's very yellow. So, I guess if you have really, really purpley overtones, this will work out for you. Now, it worked out okay. The formula is actually quite nice. And I'm just going to use a brush. Now, they did have some brushes . And that is the concealer in light. Next is the BB cream in light. And look at the light BB cream compared to the concealer. This is the BB cream foundation, and this is the concealer. I don't know what they were going for there. It might have been like trying to go for a light salmon to take under eye circles out. I don't know. But the formula was nice, actually. It was hydrating. Some people said it was a little greasy. It didn't cover a lot. I thought it was quite nice, even though the color is quite yellow. So now the BB cream is very pleasant. It's a little on the glowy side, but we're going to powder that down. There is no primer. They had blotting papers and they had nail polish remover sheets. It's definitely an emergency only situation. This is not a makeup I would really recommend like as your base makeup, like for every day. Now, as a mature face, I have a lot of wrinkles and crinkles, and this went over them really well. It did not accentuate pores, it did not go into the lines, and I think that it worked really well. I was very pleased in general. Now, did this last? I wore it 3 days to work, and I liked it very, very much. I think it lasted really well. This is the powder. It's translucent. Actually, it's more of an ivory color. Comes in a case similar to those Physician Formula ones where you get a mirror and you get one of those kind of spongy things. Again, talc and mica. I'm going to do this side with their little device, and I'm going to do the other side with my powder brush. So I think it gives a very nice look to a mature face. This is the Bronze and Glow, it's called. This is the contour and bronzer. I believe there's only this one color. It's called Matte and Shimmer Bronzer. Sun Glow is the color. I'm actually using it for a blush and a contour. It's very, very warm, golden sort of color. They give you one of these little brushes. I'll just do a little bit here. Again, very, very pigmented. And this little brush does not work well, so I'm just going to put this in. Now I'm going to use their brush, and this is their contour brush. It's extremely wimpy. I mean, it absolutely just falls apart with the product. It swishes it all over. It doesn't hold its shape very well. See how it's splaying all over the place, and I'm not particularly going very hard. So I didn't like the brush at all. I've heard some people say they really like the brushes, but I don't. I've washed them twice now. Yeah, I can do the 3 thing. I don't like to go too far forward with my contour and bronzer. So this blush right here, this is kind of the glowy kind of bronzer thing, but it makes a very nice kind of natural looking blush. So I like this actually. And I'm just gonna put a little around here, down here in the décolleté, and maybe a little bit up in here. So the brush is a fail. I believe they're $4.99 or $3.99. I'm not sure. I'll put the price up. I don't like the brushes at all for the face. The face brushes suck. Now this is the highlighter, and you get a choice of orange or yellow. And they give you another one of these little brushes, and you get the Mirror Compact again, which is, you know, pretty nice for a $3 or $4 product. Not bad. So you get 2 colors, and I honestly believe you choose one of them. If you want to put them both together, there's a lot of fallout. If you can see that, it looks like it's snowing. Gives a very natural glow, and I actually like the yellow. It gives a very goldeny, pretty glow. You can see that. The young gals that I watched demoing this didn't like it. They said it wasn't strong enough glow for them, but on a mature face, it's enough glow. It's definitely enough glow. Now the orange, I'll just swatch it for you so you can see. These are the difference in the 2 colors. You can see that. Yep. Not bad. Not bad. It's I'm impressed with these because they cost less than drugstore, and they're performing as well. Now I got 2 eyeshadow palettes. I got this is the Tones, and then this is Aubergine, which is eggplant. So we have eggplant and Tones. Tones is very yellow, golden, orange. And there's a combination of shimmers and mattes in here. Browns, yellows, bronzes. You cannot do a complete eye with one of these palettes. It's just too much shimmer going on. Now this is the Aubergine up close. On camera it appears almost purpley, but it's actually more of a pinkish color. So these are the two, and they're $4.99 each, so for 10 bucks you get these colors. Now this is the eye brush, and I did wash it twice, and it's holding up pretty well. I'm going to go into this yellow. In both of these cases, the light shade is the matte shade, and I think the dark shade in each palette is also kind of matte, but not really. It's very kind of satiny. Orange is not my friend, and I've got kind of a warm skin tone, but this looked very pretty on the darker skin lady who was demoing it. So I think this is probably going to appeal to people who have darker skin tones. It didn't really do very much for me, and as an older skin person it didn't work. Now I need a crease color, so I'm going to actually go to another brand for the crease because I couldn't find anything in there that would work. I'm going to use their brush, which I don't like for the crease. This is more of packing on the lid shade brush, and I think I'm going to give up on this brush pretty soon. Now this is packaged by 7-Eleven out of Texas. They say it was designed in America and it was produced in China. So they gave them the formulation and the concept, and then they created the actual physical product. So I'm just doing my crease color out of the Makeup Geek here. I just think I need a little bit of matte crease color in, and it wasn't doing it for me. And I'm not liking this brush as a general purpose eye brush. I'm going to have to go to a different brush here. I actually can do better with my fingers, I think. And do you want swatches? Okay, I'll swatch them. Okay, here's the first 4. And here's that last light one. So the pigmentation is not so good on the lighter shades, but the mid and dark shades, it's actually pretty good. Let me do the Aubergine. And these actually, I think, had a very pretty tone to them. Do this last dark purple one. That's the Aubergine of the Aubergine. So, you know, it's like kitty makeup. The eyeshadows were a fail. This pink, though, this second shade, I really like this. This is just very, very pretty on. And I don't know if you can see that. And actually make a pretty blush as well. Let me just do that. Okay, so let me go into a dark shade, and I think I will go into this dark shade. Now this is a lot like those bricks that Physicians Formula had, where you kind of have only one way you can stick your brush in and you have to hold your breath. The dark shades have pigmentation. They do last all day. I was very impressed with that. But it's very shimmery and satiny, and that can be tricky with an older face. I'm just going to make it a little more dramatic. Now they do have false lashes as well, which I'm going to be putting on, and they come with the adhesive. So, you know, emergency false lashes, pretty cool. I actually had to go out and buy another pair. I'm going to give up on this brush right now. I'm going to go in with something else. Let's see. How about we go into this one here, and I'm just going to go into this corner. The shadows aren't really all that pigmented, and they do last though for the day. I mean, I wore them to work and they lasted all day, and I was very impressed with that. I'm going to go into here, trying to bring some brightness on the inside. I'm going to show you something kind of interesting here. I'm going into this powder, and this is the face powder, supposedly translucent. I'm going to go in with a plain brush. And I want to show you, you can see there's a color on there, and I'm going to show you what it does. See the difference in the two eyes? So the powder actually can be used as an eyeshadow, and it's an ivory color, so it makes a perfect base eyeshadow color. So this is a very versatile item, and I do like this one. So the setting powder was a very good thing. I think I'm going to use this purple here for a liner. And the colors come out much better if you use like a Fix Plus or eye drops on the brush and then dip it into the shadow. You get a much more highly pigmented product. But I want to show you what they look like on their own without doing anything. And there were 3 different sets of eye shadows. The other set had a dark blue and a dark pink, I believe, and some unusable other colors, and I just didn't care for that one. So these 2, I did give 2 out of the 3 a try. There seems to be like 3 shades of each type of product. Now they had an eyelash curler, which I thought was interesting. It's not bad. It's slightly better than the e.l.f. one. The pad is very stiff. It's really nice, actually. And the mascara. It smells like grape juice, this mascara. This is a volumizing, lengthening mascara. Every single time I pull this out of the tube, there's been like a lot of product on the end here. Now if you look closely, you can see there's kind of a demi torture ball there on the end, is a little spiky ball, and that's so it can spread the mascara all over your lid. I have had such problems with this. It's a sort of a dry formula, and again, it smells like grape juice. It's a dry formula. It does give you natural looking lashes. It does a fairly good job. It's not too bad. It doesn't leave dings, but it does flake badly. I found it all over my face after I did a couple of coats. So what I'm going to do is a coat on this side, and then I'm going to go to the other side and do a coat there. That little spiky ball, it does get into the corners, but unfortunately it really is a messy mascara. So I don't recommend the mascara, but in a pinch, I like it better than Great Lash, because Great Lash always leaves dings. My friend the Q-tip, I have to go in. If you have a 10 by mirror, even better, and clean up all of that. What it does make me do though is you can, catch any other makeup mistakes too. You can catch eyeshadow fallout. And then right in this area here where you can get those concealer lines, where the little folds in your eye, under your eyes show up with the concealer, you can smooth that out, and it actually does a pretty good job. So the mascara is just mediocre. It does work, but it's very flaky, and it does spread all over your cheeks. Now they do have a brow powder, and they have two colors. They have a light brow powder and a dark brow powder, and this is the light one. Light is very dark. It comes with a little brush for the wax. Got a little brush for the wax, and I believe this was like $3.99 or something. This is the wax, this lighter color here, and then this is the powder. It's a dark taupe, so if you are light blonde, you're not going to like this at all. So I'm putting the wax on first. It's slightly lighter than the powder. Why did we pluck our eyebrows in the 70s? What were we thinking? Our mothers were right. Oh my gosh. My mother was like, why did you pluck your eyebrows? You have such pretty eyebrows. And I didn't listen to her. Advice I didn't take. Okay. And now here's the powder. I don't really like putting it on with this, so I'm going to use like a mascara spoolie, and I'm going to roll that in there, and I'm just going to kind of go up over the top of the wax. It is so dark that I don't really like it. So, not a fan. The wax is okay, but the color on Fish Belly White doesn't work at all. So the brow powder was kind of a fail for me. And this is the light brow powder with the wax. Now there is an eyeliner, and it's similar in style to the e.l.f. one and also the Kat Von D one. There is nothing in there to shake it up with, so I'm kind of hoping it works. Let me just use another mirror here. Very stiff. If you have a lot of crepiness, it's not all that forgiving to crepey eyelids. So I don't think the eyeliner is good for older ladies, especially if you want to do a little bit of a flick. It's a little bit awkward, and I still prefer my Kat Von D. But it's not a bad product. It's a soft black. It's very, very nice. It's dry. It's very stiff, so I prefer a brush when I'm doing eyeliner because it goes into the folds of crepes easier. But it's not bad. It's not bad. And we're going into the eyelashes, and I've already cut mine. I got the lighter pattern of the two patterns. The one that I got is, and I cut off a little piece off of the ends, the outside ends, because my eyes are slightly shorter than them, and I don't want them to hang down funny. Oof, okay. Well, I had to take them off and put my own adhesive in. I absolutely hated the adhesive that came with the false lashes, but the lashes themselves are kind of nice. I cut them down a little bit, and I think they look pretty good. So on to the lips. There are no lip pencils, and I always like to have a lip pencil because I have a lot of little lines around my mouth, and I don't want my lipstick to bleed into that area. Now concealer and lip liners do help, but I did find with this particular lipstick that I had some problems with it. And I got two colors, and then I got a lip gloss. I didn't get the lip crayons because the other young lady who had reviewed this had said she hated the crayon smell of the lip crayons, and she didn't think that they had very good coverage. So I didn't even bother getting the lip crayons, but I did get 2 shades of the lipstick. One is a very subtle kind of conservative shade, I guess you could say. It's a satiny rose nude, and I don't know if you realize, but the bottom of the tube, or the top of the tube actually, top of the tube has a little color indicator, but you can twist it off and there's actually product in there, and you can, you know, use that in an emergency. So it's a nice indicator of the color of the lipstick, but it's also actually got some product in there. But I don't think they let you test anything out there. Everything's packaged so well. Okay. This color is called Rouge, and I think it's a very pretty conservative neutral pink. It feels very creamy on the lips. It's not matte and it's not real shimmery, but it is slightly conservative. The other shade, not so conservative, that is Clementine, and I'm going to put that on. Clementine, just like the other one, has the pull off little cap at the end where you can test it if the 7-Eleven guy isn't watching. This color Clementine is a it's sheer, it's silky. It is a little bit of a strong color, but what I do is the lip gloss, which is rosé. It's a very pretty lip gloss. Put that right over the top and it calms it right down. Gives it a little bit of shine. Now this lip gloss is very silky. It has a sweet smell, like candy, taffy kind of smell, and it's very nice. It feels silky, not tacky, and I like that about it. So what I'm going to do now is just kind of combine the 2 color lipsticks. Just blot this a little bit, and I'm going to put this pink one over the top. And I made my own kind of custom shade. Well, yeah, there's a lot of fallout from the shadow. So here's the look, all cleaned up, and there was a ton of fallout under my eyes. Oh my gosh. The mascara was really quite flaky, and there were little bits and pieces of mascara in my eye as well as all over my cheek. So I definitely can't recommend that mascara. Unbelievable. Also too, the lipstick bleeds badly into, if you have little lines going into your lips, the lipstick does bleed down into that, especially if you have the gloss on. So what a shame, because I really enjoyed this makeup line. I love the price points, and I guess it was too good to be true that we would find something that would be really discounted price and actually be a great makeup. I can't say that it is, and unfortunately I have to give it a thumbs down for now. In an emergency situation, great little lipstick, nice eyeliner, nice face powder. The BB cream is fine. I think the BB cream was probably the star player out of the group. But, you know, go to a drugstore and get a Maybelline City palette or a NYX palette or something like that. I would not go to the convenience store to get this on purpose. So hopefully I've saved you some money there. I'm not going to return anything to 7-Eleven because I'm not sure that they would accept returns anyway because I opened the products. But yeah, it was a really fun experience and I was happy to share that with you. I'm not sure there are any other mature YouTubers who have reviewed this yet, or they haven't uploaded it yet. If they have, hopefully help you make some decisions. And yeah, I'm really liking the lipstick color. It's really pretty. I like it. Yeah. Yeah, so next time you're in a 7-Eleven, check it out. Maybe they will expand the line, and maybe in some areas you have a few more products than others. I hope you enjoyed this. It was really fun doing it. And I will be back with several more videos coming up next week. We have a huge family gathering coming up this weekend, and I've been preparing the house and getting the party stuff ready. We just moved a couple months ago, so we're still unpacking on top of everything else in painting rooms, so I have not been able to upload as often as I would like, and I miss you. I miss you guys. I'm going to be doing a tag, and I will be doing a house tour, and I will be doing my faves and flops for November, and then I will be doing my end of the year best of drugstore and best of high-end, so we have that to look forward to. I hope everybody's having a wonderful week and have a beautiful day. Take care. Toodles.